There we go. Just messaging a friend because you know how I do. Not very professional. And I'm getting that little symbol saying that my Wi-Fi is low. I can't even speak right now or type live on YouTube. There we go. So just a friend of mine I'm inviting to join me. I don't think that she will. So if you watch my videos, this is not my usual um, position. The desk is behind me. We're piled on boxes. That light's really annoying. And yeah, I'm just mixing up this room and in the middle of fixing this room, but uh, the middle is not finished. So right now I'm literally uh, on comic book boxes right now. That's how I've got everything set up, which is not the best way, you know, whatever. Hey, what's up, Nola? You enjoying your wet weather now that you've moved to the Pacific Northwest? Takes a bit of getting used to. It's not swampy like New Orleans. In the summer, you'll notice it's rather dry, but right now I can imagine that it is a little wetter than you're used to. Um, nope. Just lovely. Hold on a second. Just Google or just search Tacoma Comics on YouTube. So, um, what did I do today? I went comic book shopping and I got comic books to show you. And that light is really going to bother me. I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm going to have to just change the light in this room because that's just really obnoxious. It's always there whenever I do video. And now that I don't have a desk, it's worse. All right. Before I lose my other viewer, let me get started. Um, I bought this from Chad RCG last week, and it was a slab that came shipped in this. Now, when you ship a slab, I don't know about you, I get a large priority mailer, and I go a little crazy making sure that it is like super, super bubble wrapped. So I was really nervous when I opened it up, and it looked really good. 9/8 High Republic, number one, signed by the author. Until, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but you can see the pages there. It's not straight and flat. It got all messed up, and there's a big bend in the corner. I don't think it's a color breaking crease, but it is definitely a bend. So I'm going to say this. I contacted Chad. I showed him a picture, and immediately he's like, "Ah, fuck. I'm sending you a refund." I'm like, "You want your book back?" And he said, "No." Class act, right? All props to Chad RCG. I would have packed it differently, but he was totally ready to make it good. Let me keep it. So I might bring it to ECCC if CGC is going to be there and just ask them to crack it, press it, and reslab it. I don't have like an account with them because I don't slab a lot of stuff. How can you stream and text me? I'm ignoring my audience. Ignoring my she thinks there's more than 3 people here, probably. This is a work colleague and climbing partner who's a Star Trek geek. Anyway, so yeah, so if you ever buy something from Chad, feel totally, totally comfortable that he's got it covered. I thought that was really great of him. You know, that book's probably gonna go up. It's hard to get the author. He doesn't do a lot of signings, and I think even since he refunded me the money, it's basically free if I reslab it. Even if I put money in to get it cracked and pressed and reslabbed, I'm still up. So I'm still feeling good about that. So again, uh, protect your slabs when you ship them. But definitely, I think Chad deserves some what's it called? Some props for doing that. Nola, did you get a ticket from I don't know from whom? Share. Share copy link. Did you get a ticket from Sands? Because if you did, I'm going Friday, and I think I'm going Saturday or Sunday, probably Saturday, because Sunday is always a drag, right? I mean, I'm used to it being in March or April, but um, even then, like Sunday, spending all day at a con and then coming back and going to work the next day, forget about it. So I'm pretty sure I'm taking a personal day on I'm pretty sure I'm taking a personal day on Friday, because I don't have a soccer game that day, just have a practice, and then I'll go Saturday. Um, oh, okay. Yeah, there's not a lot of creators that I wanna see, so I'm kinda just going more like to just enjoy the experience. I got the pro pass, so it cost me $25 for all 4 days, so I'll spend more in gas and parking and food than, the actual cons costing me, but I also, since I didn't spend a lot, great, I just got a Coke stain in one of my comic book boxes. I really need to finish, fixing up this room, but, since I didn't spend that much money, I feel like if I don't go, it's $25, right? It's not like I just lost $500 or something or whatever a 4-day pass costs these days. So there's that. All right, you guys are here for comic books. So let's show you some comic books. Went to my LCS today because I didn't get there on Wednesday. And this is really kind of interesting. Uh, this is probably the first time this has happened. There were only 3 books on my pull. Um, Star Wars Adventures, Monster of Temple Peak. I have not read issue 1, 2, or 3 yet of that. That's 4. That's how far behind I am. High Republic Adventures and Dr. Aphra, which is up to 16, and I think I've read up to like 11. So I am behind on my reading, but to only get 3 books, I was excited. He was supposed to have the hardcover of Killing the Children for me, but the guy who was working there couldn't find it, so whatever. Now my LCS used to include free bags and boards, but because he's having such a hard time getting bags and boards, he charges 25 cents now for each bag and board, and for people with a pull list, which, considering the scarcity, I think that's fair. So when the guy's like, "Is that it for you?" I'm like, "Well, and the 3 bags and boards." He thought that I wanted 3 extra bags and boards, so he just gave me 3 bags and boards. I was like, "No, I meant the ones that were already on the books," but miscommunication, apparently. All right, so I went to Comics for Kids, which is a local place in town that the guy sells comics and makes money, but he also has, I guess, a business wherein he um somehow, I'm not exactly sure how this works, but they give comics like to kids, but then he also keeps a bunch and sells them. The idea is that like they take donations, but they also, to keep the store going and the business of handing comics to kids, they also sell comics. So I'm not exactly sure. His prices are really high and really overpriced, except for, oh, is that dirt? No, that's the design. Okay. Oh, it's a Hydra design. Got it. The only thing that's not overpriced is like if he finds something he doesn't think it's a big key, just puts it in these boxes and it's half off cover. So I only went for the half off cover stuff. There is one big book that I'm going back for tomorrow. He had it listed at 300. If you're a regular customer, technically, if you're a member of the Facebook group, everything is half off, but I'm not a member of the Facebook group because I don't have Facebook. But since I go in there and I bring extra comics and give it to him, I get the half off special price. So he had this comic marked at 300, which was ridiculous. At 150, it was close to good. If I can get him down to 100, I'll get it. I asked him, and he said, "I'll call the boss and let you know tomorrow." So I got to go back tomorrow. But anyway, this is all from the like half off cover box. So Secret Empire 0, that was a minor key. That is still a minor key. I can't even remember who the appearance is. What is up, aggressively? I got Sleepy Reader and Aggressively Relaxing. Something is like serendipitous when those two are here. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was a free comic book day one. And hey, what's up, Quincy? Oh my gosh, Quincy, how you doing from my old school? Good to see you, my friend. I hope everything is going okay down there in Graham Land. I got Thor 378. This is one of the last ones that Simonson wrote. I'm trying to get the whole Simonson run. I've got the big ones 337, 338, 339. I just, after Claremont's run on X-Men, I think Simonson's run on Thor is one of the greatest comic book runs ever. Fight me if you disagree in the comments. So I'm just trying to get all of that. And I think I probably have 40%. It was actually, no, sorry, 60 or 70%. It was actually a short run. It was like 337. He came on, it's like, hey, Beta Ray Bill, bam. Like new character, major character, first issue I'm on, and then he just went for like 40 issues or something. X-Men Adventures 10, I'm trying to collect the whole series, which of course will be harder now that the X-Men 97 cartoon was announced, but that's okay. Here's a book that you could find for $1 or $2, and I found for $1, but is now a $25 book. So since I've got 3 or 4 copies, one of these will be up for sale for sure. I might even say for shizzle. I wasn't going to get them, but there were 3 of them, and they were such low prices. I went for it. So X-Force 5, first appearance of Domino as copycat, or sorry, 8. First appearance of Domino, but really as copycat. So you don't know that it's Domino until X-Force 11. And then X-Force 10, the first appearance of, is it the Exterminators? The Externals, sorry, who apparently are appearing again. And X-Force 15, Cable Deadpool. These are books that I don't keep, that I've had before, and I just sell in like bundles of X books so that I can buy more bigger books. But I got them for $1 each, so I figure it was worth it. This one, I need to write down which ones I have, but this is like is this the Pizza Hut? No, this is the Toys R Us limited edition X-Men. I've got some of these. I never know which ones I have of all these promotionals. So now I got to go look through and see, is this one I already have or one that I need, because you never know. She's ringing the bell. You want to get your brother to take her out, or you do it? Thank you. Isn't it nice being an adult and making your kids do stuff? Punisher 2099. Again, it was only $1. Actually, he didn't even add these up. I just said, "Hey, Kirk, what's up?" I just said $20, and he said, "Yeah." He didn't even look at them, didn't price them. So it was cool. So I got 3 of these. Frank Miller's Ronin #1. He had like multiple copies of this. He had multiple copies of issue 2, multiple copies of issue 5, but only one ripped copy of issue 4 and no copies of issue 3. So make of that what you will. I don't know. But I figured this was a decent haul for $20. I don't think I have this issue. It doesn't look familiar. I'll probably find out that I already do, but I'm trying to get all the X-Men from 94 to 544. I have all of Claremont's run, and then I've got like 94 to 320, and then pretty much 400 to 544, missing some. So now I'm just kind of filling in the gaps. Eventually I get the 300s, but they were so horrible. So horrible. I had to get this Scout comic because of the name of it. Sam and His Talking Gun. Can't pass that up. Cannot pass up Sam and His Talking Gun. Will not pass up Sam and His Talking Gun. And again, 488 just felt like one that I didn't have. So I grabbed it. And my friends, I couldn't pass up the chance to get some more copies of Die 8, Die 9, and Die 10. So I've got like, I need to get a new #1, but I've almost got a duplicate set of Die, which, you know, when you're obsessed with a comic, you get doubles, which is dumb because then you go, I don't need these. Why do I have these? And then you go, well, you know, I have them. And then you sell them. And then you get another set because it just goes round and round in a vicious cycle. You're all familiar with what I'm talking about, aren't you? I'll bet you are. Hold on one moment. And by the way, there's not many of you, but thank you for joining me because you could be watching one of the many, many, many auctions that are out and about. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Kirk, I'm backwards today. Hold on a second. I'll get this in a second. I'll get it just right. Where is it? Boom. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Boom. There you go. Okay. Um, let's see what's next. So next, I went to Lily Pad Antiques, and if you've seen my hauls before, you know that I go there often. And it got taken over. Mary and Tom retired after 30 years, so new owner, and I've been going in kind of once a week, and it's usually the same stuff. And so it's like, okay, I've seen that, I've seen that, I've seen that. And then last week, I walked out without buying anything, and he's like, "Hey, come back next week and picking up a new collection. I'll have a lot more." So I said, "Sure." Some of these say $4 on them, but I got everything here for $2 a piece. Uh, really cool Black Panther here. I'm trying to collect the entire Hudlin run. And actually, I'm trying to collect the Priest run as well, but it's the Hudlin one that I'm closer to finishing. So I got some nice comics here, and check this out. This Blade, all those purples and blacks. Blade screaming there, Black Panther. Wow. Love that cover. Love that cover. Very, very cool. Oh, it's a Mike Deodato cover too. Did not know that. Noise. I think I have this one, so this might just be a free give me somewhere. But like a little zombified action there. But it's not like straight zombies. I'm not even sure what it is. I guess it is zombies, but yeah, very cool. So I gotta put these in order and see what I have. Now this one, right? For $2, I'll take it. It's got some good Jim Lee artwork in it. These swimsuit issues are kind of silly, but it's all good. It's all good for $2. Now, there were two copies of this in the bag, one on each side. And so he looked at me like, "Oh, there's two in here." I'm like, "Well, yeah, there were two in there when I got them. I figured that was the price for two of them." And I don't think he thought that was. I think he thought it was missed or that I tried to stuff one in there. I was like, "No, dude." I just thought, it's a cheap comic. I don't want to pay a lot for it. So there's an interesting story for you. More Black Panther from the Hudlin run. By the way, if you have not seen the new cover for Black Panther 4 coming out in February that Stephanie Hans does, I can only assume it's like a 1 in 50 or something. It was like that when I got here. It is one of the most gorgeous Hans covers I've ever seen. And, she's my favorite artist. So that's saying something. Some more BP goodness. Y'all make sure you stick around because I got some big books coming up at the end. Big, big books. Like that cover. Like that cover a lot. Love the different type of genre. Actually, Romita Jr. is on the interior, but that is a JTC cover. Isn't that's JTC's initials down there below the left knee? Hey, yeah, Dave, I was going to text you this weekend. I am indeed. I might be going with Nola, who may be in here or maybe somewhere else around the YouTubes tonight, and my friend Gianna, who may be watching or may not. She'll be there. I think I'm going um, Friday and Saturday. I can't get off Thursday. I mean, I could, but I'd have to race back because I've got a soccer game. I coach soccer, and I don't feel like racing back to coach. So I think I'm pretty sure that I will miss going Thursday. You're only going Sunday, dude? What's up with that? You got to work? Got to work? Probably. There's the last of the Black Panther. Well, if I change my mind and I go Sunday, I'll let you know, my friend. Surprise guest. Yeah, I invited a few people on, but they didn't show up. It's just me. Just me. Dude, I'll take this for $2. This book will go big. This book will definitely go big. You pair this with um the whatever it is, the black one with the hollow foil cover. You got yourself a winner there. Shoots, yeah, man. Shoots and Mahalos. So this is the first appearance of a Magneto clone. Again, I've got it already for my collection, but for $2, I'll pick up another copy. Clickbait indeed, Joey. Clickbait indeed. Uh, if you've never read these two Black Mask books, We Can Never Go Home and Young Terrorist, definitely get them. I think I only ever read the first issue of Young Terrorist, but We Can Never Go Home, so good. Early Matt Rosenberg work, just really, really, really good. I actually think it's better than Four Kids Walk Into a Bank. I think I enjoyed it a little bit more. I highly suggest it. Continuing this, milestone editions. I got myself first appearance of the Banshee reprint, of course, but still, I like having these. They're kind of cool. I like them better than like True Believers. This one looks a little bit dirty. I probably should have looked at it closer, but sometimes for $2, you don't look too closely. Continuing my collection of Captain Marvel, this run, don't have many of them. There's like 7 or 8 new ones in at half price, but they're $5 a piece, and I did like $35. I knew I could find them smaller if I looked. How many milestones are there, Joey? That's a great question, and I have no idea. For X-Men, I know that there's number 1. There's that one. I assume there's one for the first Sentinels, one for the first Brotherhood. I mean, I can't imagine that there's like a small number because there were so many milestone issues in those early X-Men. This is something I wasn't going to pay full price for, but I'm really happy to have gotten it half price. This is I don't know if this is a one shot or this is a new Old Guard series, but the first series was good. Everybody loved the Netflix show. So Old Guard Force Multiplied. Got that. Got myself some West Coast Avengers Terminated 102. I assume that's the last issue. I'm kind of slowly collecting this run, but some of them have gotten really big and expensive. This is something I've had before, and I guess I got again. It's a little 75-cent Ashcan edition X-Men reprints X-Men #1. Pretty cool Ashcan size. Again, these are all $2 from this shop. Boom. This is now I collect these homage covers, so just her leaving with a suitcase like that is kind of why I got this. But also, this is the first appearance of Next Generation, or Generation Next. Sorry, not the individual characters, but the full team of Generation Next forms in this issue, I guess. What do we got in the comics? Ashcan, love West Coast Avengers, White Vision. You know, I sold that during the hype of the TV show. That thing went for $150. It was insane. X-Men Adventures Season 2, Issue 2. Pretty neato. New Superman is one that I like as well. And I will always grab myself some New Superman if I can. I've got several copies of #1. I thought this was a fun read. I got the complete run. I definitely think that is worth it. Machine Man #1. Probably should have left it there, but whatever. Regret. Scarlet. This is from the first series by Bendis and Malieve, but this is so on the barcode it says it's like a fourth variant, but on the indica on the inside it says that it is second printing. So I picked up the first printing the other day, kind of cheap. Says happy about that. I'll always go for a little Ghost because of the author Kelly Sue DeConnick. Actually, I guess she wrote this with Chris Sabella, as they're both credited there, and I don't think Chris is an artist. And Ryan Sook on art. Kind of cool stuff from Dark Horse. Anybody familiar with this book? Kind of rare. I don't know why. I just bought it to have another copy. Barry Windsor Smith. Um, so I must have passed up a Barry Windsor Smith cover on something there. Thank you very much. I'll go back and check. Dollar bin for so long. Yeah, it was. So this is the pretty short. Yeah, 15. This is the glow in the dark Ghost Rider. And I got this for $3. That goes for a pretty penny. Not too pretty, like 15 bucks. And then this one I was pretty excited to find, given how popular our friend Star Wars is. But this was there randomly. It was the only Star Wars. Machine Man is Windsor Smith. Yeah, absolutely. I was like, all right, I'll take that first full Palpatine for $3. Add it to my collection of Star Wars comics. Now, I didn't get to show you because when I came home from school on Friday, I was hiding it from the wife, but this is my half price haul. Some indie stuff, Kaiju Score #1, half off cover. Eat the Rich #1, half off cover. I'll stop saying half off cover in a minute. Invincible, Image Firsts. I don't know if that goes for anything, but I've got a bunch of those Image Firsts, so I'll put them together. Fathom #1. I think I have like 2 through 8, and I was missing a #1. Unfortunately, this one has a crease in the back, so I don't know if you can see it, but believe me, I don't pretend. I don't make up creases. Yeah, the Vision making movies to raise his collection of quarter bin comic value. Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's doing. Spirit of Vengeance, Ghost Rider. This is the first solo comic for Kashala, the Spirit Rider. I have a copy of the what's it called? There she is, chilling out. 2 hands. There she is, chilling out. I have a copy of a variant of this, but this is my first copy of the first print. Cosmic Ghost Rider #1, first appearance of Baby Thanos. I think that's worth holding on to. And then the rest of these, I don't know if you're still there, Gianna. Oh yeah, I'm sure, Nola. The rest of these were for my friend Gianna, because she's a big Anita Blake fan and was asking about Anita Blake comics. So I grabbed these for her. I don't know much about Anita Blake, but I know it's produced by Marvel. So I guess it's canon. I guess she could cross over as like a 15 pack or something. I guess she could cross over with Blade at some point. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but there we go. Lots of reading for you. Again, I'm not familiar with Anita Blake. Sometimes she wears a pink dress and a shotgun with a machine gun slung over the other shoulder. Sometimes she wears a red bustier over a blue blouse with handguns. Sometimes she does a sawed off with like a mechanical arm that's longer than the other arm. Sometimes she just uses is that a sword? Oh no, she's got nothing in her hand but a suitcase, can of gasoline, suitcase. Sometimes she's not on the cover at all. Sometimes she uses a knife. This is a woman with many weapons. Sometimes she just stares at you with a gun. I might have to read these. Sometimes she has another gun. And sometimes she dresses as a man. This is pretty awesome, dude. She is one badass. Look at all these weapons. And sometimes she uses like the I'm pissed that I married you. That was a mistake. Look, go Anita. Anita Blake started as a series of novels. Yeah, and that's what my friend does. She was into the novels and she wanted to get the comics. You know, she's watching this live stream and she could just be like, "Hey, what's up?" Instead, she's texting me. It's a knife wrist sheath, not a mechanical arm. So sorry. I'm still here. Probably not going to leave soon now that I know there is no surprise guest. I'm telling, telling on my wife, telling my wife on me. All right, here's the 2 big books. Now, see if I can get the price sticker off. No, I can't. So I didn't pay the price that's on these price stickers, but I did pay a bit for them, and they're definitely flips just to help me reach that goal. If you don't know, the goal is giant size X-Men. So that's where I'm headed eventually. I think he actually, well, I don't know. So the price he has on these were 300. He offered them to me for 250. I said 225. We settled on 240. Came straight out of my Cash App, so life didn't know. It's my comic money going back into comics. This one's listed as a 4.5. I think this one is a lot lower. I think this one's closer to a 3.0 because um, the cover is split. It's not detached. Um, this is a 25-cent annual from 1963. Strange Tales, annual number 2. What's up, Todd? Haven't seen you in a while. This is the first time Spider-Man and the Human Torch team up together. Uh, the cover looks good. The real problem is on the spine. It's split. It's yeah, it's not detached, but it is detach-ish. Um, I'm hoping to flip both of these for about double of what I got them for. Off-white pages, and like the stories back then, lots and lots of writing because they didn't have text messages to listen to or to read. So you don't listen to a text message. Um, yeah, it's just that it's not horrible, but it's weakly attached is what I'm going to say. So maybe 3.0, 3.5. I don't know. I hope that I didn't overpay for these. I'm hoping that I there's some meat left on the bone. If not, they're hella cool comics to have in my collection. Um, so I don't know. I'm not too upset if I don't get to flip them. But this one is listed as a 5.5, and I think with a clean and a press, this could be a 6.0. Journey into Mystery 73, The Spider Strikes. The reason why this book is so prized, it's a 10 center. Does that make it Golden Age 10 center automatically? That's all right, Discovery. Like I think I paid low enough for it that this is 1961. Is that Golden Age or Silver Age? Uh I think I paid low enough for it that there's still meat left on the bone. Um I need a Cox, but on bump. So anyway, this particular story, I'm getting sidetracked, sorry. This particular story is uh a prototype of Spider-Man. So the spider strikes. The story doesn't quite follow the story of Peter Parker or anything, but this apparently was a prototype in the creator's minds that was supposed to be, or that led to the creation of Spider-Man. So, yeah, in top condition, these are 1,500 or dollar or more comics. In mid condition, which I'm putting this one at mid condition with a clean and a press. I think I'm looking here at um I think this one could get like a 5.0, maybe a 6.0, and I'm looking at this one coming out as a being worth about 500, which would cover what I paid for the two of them. The other one, I think, he offered them both to me. I don't think he would have come down on the price of just this one if I had only bought one, so I kind of had to get the package deal. I don't think the other one's going to get any sort of like improvement with grades, so it's just going to have to be somebody that wants that book. Um, we always do this. I'm not a slabber, so grade. I don't buy things to grade and slab them, but I do clean and flip so I can fund my own purchases. So we'll see. Silver Age Key. Yeah, but it's not FF. It's Strange Tales. All right. Yeah, Strange Tales with just Spidey and Human Torch on the cover. So yeah, the other one looks clean and it can clean up. It's got some spine. This one might be one of the few books I send off to like oppressor, and maybe even get slabbed and not see it for a year. There's a little tear in the cover. I'm trying to push it down. I don't know if you can see a little bit on the edge. Yeah, it's sticking out like it's about to hit my eye. But yeah, it's they're cool books, and I'm gonna have fun reading them tonight with like gloves on before I decide what to do with them. There's a little stain on one page on the inside, but it doesn't go through to other pages. Uh, nope. There's old comic smell, but no mildew. That's my test, right? I just sniff it and I tell you what grade it is because that's how we do. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of my comic book collection. At least the ones that I got today and yesterday. And I'm gonna have to go and clean up this room because it is a mess, and I need to start becoming a big boy and clearing off the desk again. The desk is over that shoulder, and it's got books on. So right now the computer is on a comic book box, and that's why that light is making that fake halo over my head because clearly y'all know I'm not an angel. Um, that's all I got. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. If you have nothing else to do, I know that Sands Group has an auction going tonight, and there may be some other auctions too, but I only support my friends. No, I support everybody. I only promote my friends. So yeah, go out there, be safe, find some good comics, and I will see you later. Take care.